why I'm single. This one should be fun to explain. Alright. People may wonder, hey man, you're such a wonderful guy. You seem smart, cool, whatever. Insert compliments here. Why the hell are you single? Relatively reasonable question. Because I haven't found that person that is willing to do what I would do. If that person exists, whether it be patience or kindness, forgiveness, it's taken me a long time to get where I am. Conquering bipolar and some of the other things that are supposedly wrong with me. Getting better at it over the years. I'm patient, I'm smart. Just because I don't act all the time doesn't mean I don't notice mistakes or, you know, harm directed at me, foul words, debauchery and cheating. But it comes down to, like my New Year's resolution, really. I'm not accepting less. I've put myself out there on average 3 years at a time in each relationship. And I love and I forgive and I care and I'm patient and I deal with schizophrenia or multiple personalities or spirits or whatever these people might have. And for that amount of hard work and dedication and kindness, it seems that it's very underappreciated at times. That I am with the stars until the stars burn out, and I'm waiting for that person who doesn't burn out under the pressure or the stress that is willing to work. I have a lot of love to give. I have a lot of talents, and I'm not selling myself short. People love and hate for the same reasons on the same stuff, but I'm at that point in my life where I care about me too. I've spent most of my life selflessly giving myself my possessions, my money, my time to other people, and I'm at that point now where I'll still do that because it's still who I am, being generous. But I'm gonna notice. I'm noticing how much you're actually giving back, how much effort you're giving back. How much you're actually doing compared to how much I'm busting my ass for little to no reward. So you could say that I'm just looking for someone honest and dedicated. What are my relationship goals? What am I looking for? Okay. Um, well, honesty is number one. Communication, kind of the same thing. With honesty and communication, I think that you could get through anything. You can talk through pretty much anything. You can learn from each other, especially if you were honest in communicating before you were dating, because that means you get a real idea for who this person is and what they represent or how they behave, rather than just some emotion or idea of the person. And it's like I tell people, I would rather love you for whoever you were before I ever even said hello, instead of my own ideas. When it comes to polyamory versus polyamorous versus monogamy, I don't care. Um, Years ago, I probably would have. I grew up hating everything I saw in the world. My own gender, I couldn't really relate to for the most part. It was all about sex and violence and the same repetitive themes, just like most of rap music is the same repetitive themes. It's really hard to involve myself. But it pretty much comes down to like I made a adjustment, you could say. And I still don't need other people to make me happy. Hell, dating the schizophrenics and the multiple personalities and the spirited people, even if I were the cheater type, I don't have to go anywhere. They just morph into a new shape. So it's kind of fascinating in those relationships, even. Um, but I had no need to cheat. Now, am I okay with my partner being polyamorous and needing multiple people to be happy? If that's what it takes for you, sure. But going down to those one or two rules, honesty and communication, I'd rather you tell me the truth. I don't really care. I'd prefer you to be safe. But again, I'm not here to change whoever you were beforehand. But I'd like to be. This is pretty much how I see it. I'd like to be the main person in the relationship, if not the only person. I'd like to be the person that she comes home to at night, the person that you come back and cuddle to, even if you went off and fucked this dude or did whatever you did. That I'm the one that was important enough to come back to. I'm the one that felt like home. I'm the one that you relaxed with, not just emotionally fulfilled a temporary need with. And I feel like a lot of mankind and womankind are impulsive and they just go for that quick fix, whatever can make me feel good right now, rather than thinking many things through. But it's been the same goal for me my whole life, man. I want a wife and kids. Now, I have not had a kid or any kind of scare. but it is something that I want, somewhere to where my emotions and my care, my love makes sense. Where I have a family to take care of, where at least for the first so many years, the kid needs me to help take care of it until it can function with doing things on its own, learning its experiences. And the girl, almost biblical like, you have a helper, you have a support leg, you have someone to work with, and ultimately someone to share all your toys with, all your fun, all your excitement, all your success. And that's all I really want is just someone straightforward and honest, and I've yet to find that shit. Everybody, and I'm willing to compromise with so many other things, with intelligence, with looks, because that doesn't mean anything to me. Who the person is on the inside is way more important, and I mean that. But when it comes to honesty, I'm not taking that anymore. There's a level where I'll let you lie because it seems almost human to do things at your own speed and your own time. So I'm going to let you tell your stories, and I might tell you that I already know. I might say, are you sure? But the more likely scenario is I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to talk or to say anything, and to wait to see how long you string this out, if you have a change of heart, if you feel guilty, what you're going to tell me. Just because I don't act or I don't fight people or I don't scream at the top of my lungs doesn't mean I don't notice things. It just means that I'm wise. But I like a relationship with honesty and communication, bottom line. If you need other people, sweet. If you don't, sweeter. But that's what I'm looking for, and I haven't found that. I keep my friend circle pretty small in a similar contrast. That people borrow shit and sell the shit that they borrow from you and other ridiculous things, and I have like a less than a handful of people that I can count on and really believe in, and what they stand for, what they mean, what they say out loud, agreeing with who they are and how they behave on the inside. So that's pretty much why I'm single, is I haven't met anybody that really dedicates himself to anything, whether it be a physical job and work, whether it be some kind of goal, or to a relationship. I have never met anybody that would bust ass as hard as I would, that would talk through, that wants so badly to understand people and things, that we're willing to question the uncomfortable, that we're willing to look at the strange, that we're willing to dissect the situation instead of just, oh, let me run away from my problems, feel good temporarily, and then run back, and then repeat the shit as if it never happened over and over and over relentlessly. It seems pretty ridiculous. But there you have it. I mean, that's why I'm single. That's why I keep my friends circle small. It doesn't mean I don't have a love for other people, because I have a love for the entire planet. All living life, people, and animals and plants alike. It's just, I make more of a conscious decision these days to know what's best for me and what's best for another person. And if I'm being depleted of all my resources and my money or whatever it is, and just to be empty, just to not being taken care of, even in the smallest, or not to be given back to. I mean, there should be at least a 1-4 ratio, and I feel like a lot of times people don't really give it their all. So that's why I'm this allegedly lonely person. But you'll notice that I have never been happier, and it's only been a few years really that I've been making better decisions about this kind of thing. But I've never been happier, and I don't need to validate who I am through you, or through this friend, or through this girlfriend and boyfriend. Who I am is awesome before you ever got to judge me, and who you are is awesome before I ever got to judge you. So I have no need to feel like I'm awesome or shitty to you. I have no need to apologize to you about everything, or to explain myself. More than this video, more than my initial attempt when I'm first meeting people and saying, hey, I really dig you, I appreciate you, I love your emotion, I love your thoughts, or whatever. I'd love to continue having this adventure. Are you down for having an adventure? Down to explore each other and see where this goes. And occasionally we'll ride the same train together, and we'll go do this because it's something we have common. And if we don't have that in common, we split off and go our separate ways, occasionally meeting up at the station to cross paths again. That's how it should be, not any of this obsession shit that people go to the extreme. Not any of the lies they tell themselves about the other people, good and bad, or about themselves, good and bad, but for what it actually really is. And you'll find with this semi-detachment, with this realistic, objective perspective, you're going to be so much happier, because you're going to see this person for who they are and what they actually brought to the table, what they really liked and disliked, rather than how you tried to paint them in to fit into your reality and your needs, your dependencies, or what you identify with in general. You can just appreciate a flower for being a flower, and it stays in the ground. If you don't pick it, holds no significance to you. but it's still that same flower. Now, if I want to take that flower out of the ground and mold it into a hat or something and come out with all this other creative shit, that's not appreciating the flower for what it is. That's not liking the fucking flower. That's liking how I can manipulate and bend and control the flower to become useful for what the fuck I need. In which case, I should not be interested in that flower. I should be going on and doing my thing, and so should you. Maybe this gives you a little bit of insight. But that is essentially why I keep my little grid small. You know, why I'm single, why, in present tense, I mean, I just recently dated someone, and that did not last long. She cheated within a week, and she listened to a word of mouth rumor over somebody who didn't like me because I turned them down from dating, honestly. Pretty much, and I just, really quickly the girl showed her colors. She led me along with alternative information compared to what she did. And I also in advance said, hey, you need other people, that's cool. You need this, that's cool. Just be honest with me or whatever, and I'll be able to appreciate you for what you are. I understand the complicated situation you're in way before I ever got in here. You know, having a kid already and, you know, all of that stuff. But there was no trust. There was no communication. There was lies, and she ended up with another guy. I didn't have to have a conversation about it. It was already talked about. You know, so it's just like click, next song, next channel. So, anyway, I'm Kevin Chaos. Welcome to a little bit of my character.